What a perfect way to end the Easter egg. Good job, Kevin. From Los Angeles, California, we're the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Oh, hello there, friends. Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name's Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who's traded his pants and underwear for a rotten salami to slap his boner with. That's Jeff Clark.
Prosciutto, motherfucker, not salami.
And transmitting to us from the gooey, chocolatey center of the earth, the bearded, booger-eating chud known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo, brat, brat.
Brat, brat, indeed, my friend.
Ugh.
Here we are. We are back. Back once again.
For episode 545.
Yep.
Here they
55 away
come,
from
it's those
600.
scientist guys are gonna put some poop and farts in your ears.
I don't
feel
know,
like
it
this
just
should
felt
be
like an appropriate place for a jingle.
This is one of the bigger podcasts we've done in a while. We're here to review Jackass Forever, right?
Yeah.
I think one of the few things that actually brings all three of us together. Like there is no argument between us. Jackass rules, right?
Shuddy Boy has a face of a man who has not seen Jackass Forever.
Oh, no, we went last night.
Okay.
I squeaked it in at the last minute.
Nice.
But yeah,
Nice.
we went and saw it last night.
All right, yeah. That's exciting.
You obviously haven't been on Letterboxd today.
What?
You would have seen that I put up a few reviews this afternoon.
Shuddy Boy back on Letterboxd. I know you pop in from time to time, but it seems like you're a little bit more active now. That's exciting.
Because now I know that you can look at the list of what you've watched so we can discuss it on the show. So I know what I've watched recently.
Let me see. Do I even have that on my thingy? I see Mark Rinker saw it. Mark Rooster. Oh, he didn't like it all that much, huh? I don't see your thingy up there. What the hell? Popular with friends, Jackass. Oh, there we go. Nope. Shuddy. There we go. Shuddy. Oh, and you even typed out a review for it.
I sure did, because Mark requested that I do that as frequently as possible.
Kevin, you recently watched Miss Congeniality? I just downloaded I downloaded this app again. Is that true?
I mean, yeah, like...
Was that a you choice or a rent choice?
I'll give you 5 guesses.
That was a you choice. Got it.
Incorrect. 4 more tries. Yeah, well...
Is this like what I was saying on my latest snack attack, where it's love season and you got to watch some rom-coms because Valentine's Day is coming up?
Not necessarily. So I did Doug Loves Movies over the weekend. So we road tripped it down to San Diego, and
Was it weird that she had to wear a mask in the audience so she couldn't reveal her identity, or does everyone chill with that? I guess we have to wear masks, right?
She actually wore a shirt that said, "I'm Kevin's girlfriend, right? Come ask to meet me." So Doug does for like on the live shows, at least, and a lot of the Zoom shows, he'll do the Last Woman Stanton game, or Last Woman Standing, I think he changed the name to, where like people in the audience will throw out actresses, and then you have to take turns naming movies they were in until everybody runs out, and then there's one person left as a winner. And the episode dropped this morning, so for people who haven't heard it, the audience suggestions, for some reason I had a feeling, because Doug's been doing this bit for like a couple years now, where he has a name written down in his wallet, and if you suggest that actress's name, he gives you a bunch of money. And
he's been putting a $20 bill in it each time somebody's guessed incorrectly, so it's up to like around $400.
So these people threw out all these actresses, and like It was Penelope Cruz, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I can only name like a couple Penelope Cruz movies. And then somebody suggested Betty White, and I'm like, oh my God, did she do Golden Girls the movie? The only fucking Betty White movie I know is Lake Placid.
Grandma's Boy.
She wasn't in Grandma's Boy.
No, you're right. That was the
B. Arthur.
No, Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah, her and the mom from the Partridge Family.
Wasn't the Everyone Loves Raymond mom one of the in-laws from Christmas Vacation?
Yep.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So
She was Beverly D'Angelo's mom.
Yeah, she waxed her upper lip for years, right? No one ever noticed it.
And she has hemorrhoids.
Oh, Bill had a hemorrhoid actually recently, which I don't mean to derail the conversation, but you brought it up, so.
Man, someone almost made Shuddy Boy vomit into his cup.
I just like how he's like, you brought it up. All right, sorry, Kevin.
Then somebody suggested Elizabeth Taylor, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. I don't know any of these movies. And then it got a little easier when somebody suggested Emily Blunt, and then it still needed another actress to add to the list, so there was actually a game. And my fucking Uncle Ken wouldn't stop raising his hand, even though Doug was like, okay, we're going to get a female audience member to suggest a name. And he would not stop raising his hand. And my aunt is like trying to pull his arm down and stop him, but he would just put his other arm up. And he's like, man, this one guy just won't stop raising his hand. And after they suggested so many names of like Elizabeth Taylor, Betty White, he was like, all right, fine, we'll go to that guy. And I'm like, that's actually my Uncle Ken. And he's like, I know
Ava Gardner.
He was like, I know who's in your wallet. I know it. I listen to every episode. I'm like, oh my God. He's never listened to an episode. So he throws out Sandra Bullock, which of course has been suggested like a million times. And I'm trying to go through my mental Rolodex, and Sandra Bullock has a ton of rom-coms. Like her filmography is heavy on the rom-coms. Rom-coms are a big blind spot in my filmography. So I'm just sitting there, man, I'm fucked. And I also know how much Rant Rant loves Sandra Bullock. So now I'm feeling twice the pressure. I'm like, oh, she's going to be so bummed out when I can only name like Demolition Man and Speed 2.
Cruise Control.
Bird Box.
I got the full title in. Don't worry, Shuddy.
Okay.
But yeah, somebody else got Bird Box. And like, so then it comes out and I'm like, I'm fucking sweating and I can feel her trying to like telepathically send me Sandra Bullock rom-com titles. And when we got back to LA and we were trying to figure out what movie to put on, we've been scrolling before and passed through Miss Congeniality, and she's always like, "Oh, I fucking love that movie. I love that movie." And I'm like, "Yeah, I've never seen it. Never seen it." And I was just like, "All right, fine. Let's put it on. We'll watch Miss Congeniality." Trying to fill in my Sandra Bullock filmography blind spots. But she also revealed she's never seen Demolition Man. So I was like, okay, I sat through Miss Congeniality. That means I get to cash in a Sandra Bullock ticket and get her to watch Demolition Man, which should be one of the greatest days of her life.
And I mean, if we're all being honest, there are rom-com-y elements to that film.
Of course.
So it's not too far out of her wheelhouse. Like there is.
Like when they fuck with the VR helmets on. Very funny and romantic.
Definitely some meet cute. It does turn out that she could possibly be his daughter, but whatever.
No, they never teased that in Demolition Man, did they?
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, I've seen Demolition Man a million times.
Trying to remember.
Is that the gummy
where
talking?
I saw that theory. Lenina
Huxley.
Been telling you to stay off of Reddit, motherfucker. This is what it does to you.
You guys know that Sylvester Stallone fucked his daughter?
Well, how many Demolition Man dicks did Rant Rant suck?
We haven't watched it yet, but...
Oh, son of a bitch.
It's nice having that card in my back pocket. I introduced her to that Korean zombie show on Netflix, the All of Us Are Dead. I'm telling you, that show's like fucking heroin.
Yeah, it's getting good reviews. I told you that when I saw the just Netflix profile for it and the screenshots, it gave me... I had excitement and interest in it. How many episodes through it are you?
I'm 10. And
out of 12, right?
Yep. Yeah. And we started it, I think we watched the first episode in San Diego, and yesterday it's like fucking heroin. We couldn't stop like auto playing the next episode because they all end on cliffhangers, and it's like, oh fuck, I gotta see what happens. And I think she's up to episode 7 now because she watched a few after I passed out. But she's now, I have to pause it, and she's like, I swear I'll be caught up to episode 10, and then we can finish it.
Do you like it more or less than Squid Game?
I think I actually like it more than Squid Game. Because I love zombies. I love the zombie genre. But I feel like the market is so oversaturated. And Walking Dead is just such a snooze fest that I feel like that is the show that's probably killed a lot of people's zombie boners.
Yeah, there was just a flood of zombie shit in the market a couple years ago. It's kind of like fried chicken sandwiches are today. You know, like there was like Zombieland, Walking Dead. There was a bunch of stuff.
It's a great Jeff Clark analogy.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, like 2011 to 2014 was just like zombie season.
And it's still going. I mean, Zack Snyder put out the Army of the Dead on Netflix, and I feel like I was getting over it a little bit, and then when I saw Train to Busan, I was like, oh, fuck yeah, that kicked ass. And the zombies in All of Us Are Dead are very, very Train to Busan-y. And, I mean, it's sick. If you haven't started yet, you got to check it out. It's so fucking addictive. It's so, like, stressful and anxiety-ridden. It's very tense. There's a lot of zombie action. Not like Walking Dead, where it's just a bunch of emo pussies sitting around a campfire whining, looking all smelly and shit.
Walking Dead didn't bum me out like it bummed you out. I just got done with it after, like, spoiler alert, Greg died. Wait.
Greg.
Did he die?
Well, there's nobody named Greg, so...
You must be thinking of Glenn.
Glenn. Yeah. When he died, I was like, all right, I'm kind of done.
Yeah.
When Negan came back, I just didn't watch it. And I thought the guy who played Negan did like a really good job. I just wasn't interested for whatever reason. I actually read past that point in the comic too. Sorry, Shuddy, go ahead.
I didn't even make it that far before I bailed on it.
On the show or the comic?
On the show. I read the comic all the way through.
Yeah, the comic was rad. I don't know how they whiffed it on, taking it from page to screen, but...
I just feel like
Yikes.
to your point, the zombie idea is such a strong foundation for like storytelling.
Yeah.
That it's hard. Like you can't really murder that genre. You can't.
No.
Like it's not really possible. I hear what you're saying. It got oversaturated. I'm with you. I glommed onto that point, but #alive was somewhat recent, right?
That kicked ass. I love that.
Did I say that wrong as well?
No, #alive.
No, I'm laughing at a comment Mark put on my Letterboxd review of Jackass Forever. Sorry.
No, it's all good. No, yeah, I just like the zombie shit. Even me, who's not into that kind of stuff, typically, I'm down for a good zombie story here or there. So I don't know what I've been waiting for. Probably just betting so much sports and stuff, but I haven't been able to get to the Netflix zombie series.
It's worth it. As somebody who loves zombie movies, I mean, I have a fucking zombie half sleeve tattoo. It's
and a demon sperm.
And sperm, yeah, thank you. Nothing to do with anything, but yeah, thank you.
Nah, it has everything to do with everything though.
It's definitely worth a watch. It is not the same old retreaded zombie bullshit. It's sick. I love it. But I got to say though, I feel like if a zombie apocalypse happened in the real world, Jeff would totally be that guy in the group that gets bitten and then conceals it from everybody.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
No,
yeah, I'm taking all you bitches out with me.
I didn't get bitten. Nope. That's a birthmark. Oh, that's just ketchup. I spilled some of my fries.
Yeah, I'm not bleeding out of my arm.
I'm not bleeding. You're bleeding.
And then Jeff turns, and we have to fucking kill him. And in the scuffle, he bites somebody else, and then we're fucked.
Yeah, it'd probably be you though, knowing your luck.
But I'm the one that you bite.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I'd be sitting there while you're like, and you probably bite me on my ass or my dick.
Wait, I'm a gay zombie? That's terrible.
Well, yeah, because now you don't.
I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying.
Once the zombie brain takes over and like all of your inhibitions and inner shields are down, and you're the zombie, like you're just functioning on natural instinct. You're just being your true inner Jeff, and you go right for the penis.
Hope I'd bite at Rent's boobs instead, but maybe you're right. I don't know. Maybe I would go for your dick.
By the way, speaking of Doug Loves Movies, I do have to give a shout out to Puminati member Justin, who after the show, I went backstage with everybody and was hanging out and chatting with Doug and Chad Daniels and Bree Pruitt, who are the guests. I was just hanging out with them for a little bit, and Alicia, Doug's girlfriend. And I didn't realize that they were clearing the club out. So when I got done, chopping it up with them, I went upstairs and I met up with, Rent and my relatives. And they're like, yeah, some guy came up and said he listens to MSPH. And I guess his Uber came and I didn't get a chance to say hi to him. So this is me making up for it. Sorry, Justin, but hello. Thank you for coming out. Sorry I was a fart face and lost track of time.
Big time him to go hang out in the Doug Benson green room.
You fart face, Jeff.
Diva craft.
Whatever.
Typical diva behavior out of him.
Yeah, I'd love to
You
talk
two
to you. Will
fucking
I see
pussies.
you in Doug's green room? No? Well,
Oh,
maybe
sorry.
next time.
You're not famous enough for me to associate with you.
Yeah,
Look at
don't
these
worry,
two
Justin.
chodes.
He'd do the same thing to me.
Don't listen to these two fucking cackling hens. Justin knows better.
Yeah, you're already his third favorite. Now you're below
Probably.
Leonard the weed pickle.
Yeah, he probably likes poop.
You might be below
more than me.
Poopstachio.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's you don't get any lower than that.
Oh, man. Well, I guess we should just get into it then. What did you guys think?
Let's fucking do it.
Jackass Forever.
Yeah, we broke down. It was our our second date night since the beginning of the pandemic, right?
What a
not if
treasure
you
this film was.
not if you don't count the 626 Night Market.
All right, third. Fair enough. This was epic. I mean, we talked about it beforehand. There was very little chance there was going to be any like failure in this.
Yeah.
The floor of this was very high.
Absolutely.
And it was always going to be fun as hell. It was just how far above that was it going to go? And I mean, obviously I was super high when I saw this. I laughed hysterically and so hard at least 3 times that tears were pouring out of my eyes. I could not take it. It was at some points, specifically where they locked everybody in the room in complete darkness.
Yeah, that was a weird one. It was like there wasn't a ton of pain associated with that one, even though there was, but it was mostly just psychologically fucking with them and then just watching them all spaz out. That was an interesting take on the whole Jackass medium. But very enjoyable. And I feel like they paired people up well, too, because they did it 2 at a time. And that new guy, they introduced a whole bunch of new guys, and that guy Poopies is very entertaining.
Yeah, we need him on MSPH for God's sakes.
Yeah, I feel like that might be. I know people tend to skip episodes where we have guests, so we don't really do it that often. But how could you turn down an episode with Poopies?
We should definitely try and get Poopies. I think we could land him.
Yeah, because I have a lot of questions for Poopies. We even got a screening because myself and House Clark went and saw it at the Chinese theater, and we got a screening that had, I think there was like a 15-minute bonus clip at the end of it, which we thought was going to be more stunts, but it ended up just being like mostly just them, Jeff Tremaine, chatting with the new cast additions. Completely forgot where I was going with this, but Poopy's, yeah, like I've heard more about Poopy's origin story, and apparently when they were filming some promo content for Shark Week, Poopy's got attacked by an actual shark in the ocean. And I thought maybe they would put that in the movie, and they didn't. But I don't know. Poopy's. I mean, very fun name to say, even.
Yeah, I like how he did. He say during the actual movie or in the 15-minute after the credits where he was like, "I wanted it to be shitty." Is that was a better?
Yeah. He said it like evolved from like Stinkies to Poopies to Shitties and stuff, and Poopies was the one that stuck. And I think that the whole story, so he just glossed over it real quick. He's like, yeah, one time me and my friends thought it would be funny and we were bored, so I pooped in the street. Apparently he went to like a busy intersection, pulled his pants down, took a shit in the middle of it, got arrested, and was on the news.
Man, that's awesome. Yeah, he definitely glossed over that.
Yeah, and I think he was still like a kid when he did it, because he was like a kid imitating Jackass, which was another thing I found very strange, because Jackass always has all these disclaimers. Don't you or any of your little buddies try this. When it was on MTV, the disclaimer said, don't send us any footage. We will not open or view it. And then they plucked a whole bunch of people off of YouTube that straight up said, we grew up watching Jackass and imitating it. And then they got to be cast members.
Jackass Jasper was with Tyler, the Creator.
That's where he came from? Because I looked at his Instagram. I looked some of these people up afterwards, and that guy, Jasper, has like a huge fucking social media presence.
Yeah, I think Jasper was in Loiter Squad.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Tyler and Earl Sweatshirt.
Yep. Okay, yeah. I've only seen a few episodes of Loiter Squad, but I remember it being very funny. I actually signed paperwork. I signed a release form because I was in the background when they were shooting Loiter Squad. But
he's in Odd Future.
Okay.
With Tyler.
Shit, dude. I wonder if like Rich has ever met him. Because Tyler, the Creator, went to high school with Rich, our homie Rich.
No way, really?
Yeah, Lusinger, I think it's called. Same school as Russell Westbrook. So if Jasper was at that school as well, maybe they all skated together.
This also had me thinking, like, if we just stuck with Slow Children, because Slow Children stopped doing stunts around the time when YouTube became popular. So we really just fucking gave up at the worst possible time.
For real.
And like, I wonder if we kept going and filming stuff and like built an audience, if somebody from Slow Children could have been plucked into the Jackass cast when they were introducing newbies.
Recruited?
Yeah. Although I don't know,
we're the big leagues.
We're all fucking 39 and 40 now. Like,
yeah, we're not much younger than the Jackass guys. So it's not really bringing in new blood if we're just going to retire.
Yeah.
Well, you could have been plucked for the last Jackass and then already been on the team for this one, I guess, if you kept going when YouTube got big.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like Aaron got it the worst.
I think Aaron always gets. I feel like he goes the hardest. Dave England goes pretty hard.
Preston always gets the shit end too.
And
usually,
I mean, he mostly just gets stuff involving him being fat. Oh, the thing where they like boxed his nuts with a power tool was pretty funny.
Aaron like does legitimately dangerous things very, very often.
Yeah. I mean, there was a stunt he did for a Jackass movie that got cut, and it was fucking insane. They tied a string around one of his teeth and then tied the other end to Bam's Lamborghini and then coiled the rope up so the Lamborghini could like reach top speed before it became taut, and pulled the tooth out of his head. But they picked one of like the front teeth that has those long roots. So when it pulled and went forward, it fractured his skull.
Fuck, dude.
And they cut it out of the movie.
How do you cut? Yeah, seriously. I would be so pissed if I were him, if I went that hard on a stunt and it got left on the editing floor.
Like, I could see how, like, okay, you pulled a guy's tooth out. That seems incredibly gnarly. But like maybe it's one of those things because when we were doing stunts, there were times where I did stuff that hurt really, really fucking bad, and then when you look back at the footage, it looks lame as shit, and you're like, God damn it, why did I get so hurt for such a lame thing?
You lit me on fire. Didn't even look cool.
Yeah.
No. All the times we did that, it did look cool. That was one. Those were the ones that we got right.
I mean, one of the coolest ones I ever did, I can't even post anywhere because we
Did you
set.
say the N-word?
Oh Jesus! No, we set my pubes on fire with boot cleaning spray, which was apparently insanely flammable. So I pulled my pants down and had my big hairy shuddy bush hanging out, and somebody was just misting it with this boot spray. And while they were misting, somebody reached in real quick with a lighter, which wasn't supposed to happen, and lit the lighter when they sprayed, and it shot a fireball out. And then when my pubes caught on fire, the flames were so high they went up to my chin. And then I pulled my pants down and had to smack my dick to put the fire out. So you just see my flaming bush and me just backhanding my dick and nuts while they're flopping around.
Well, okay.
And I can't put that on YouTube. I can't put that on Instagram.
Could have been the original poopies.
We need to. What was if the boot spray wasn't meant to be lit on fire? What was the purpose of spraying it on your pubes?
No, we were going to set it on fire, but somebody just put the lighter in. Like we were going to spray it and then light it.
Okay.
So somebody
You weren't going to use a boot spray blowtorch. You were
no.
Okay.
We were going to spray it on my pubes and then hold the lighter up to my pubes, not shoot a fucking fireball out in the middle of it.
All right.
And
I was concerned. I was wondering what you were doing with if the fire wasn't supposed to be involved at all.
I did burn my penis. That sucked.
The bee skit was pretty gnarly.
Yeah. Man, there's a lot of penises in Jackass Forever.
Yeah, that was my one. Like the one, I'll actually probably take away a partial dick because of the dicks.
As soon
How
as
ironic.
that's exactly what I said to Sharon. I said, she mentioned that some of the stuff she said, you see a lot of dicks. And so for most movies, I use the Run Pee app. So I know when's a good spot to take a pee if I have to.
What? What a fucking
You're
a
not
nugget!
I've
never heard of this. This is a good idea.
So it's Run Pee, and you pick a movie, and somebody who's seen it, usually at a pre-screening or the very first screening opening day, writes a review and inserts where the best pee time is, gives you a synopsis of the scene. So if you do go pee, you know what happened. And if you put your phone on airplane mode, it'll do like an alarm at the pee, like 30 seconds before the pee time, and then you'll get the notification and you know to go to the bathroom.
Man,
that's a cool fucking app, dude.
I'd love to see what they say for the power of the dog. It's like you can pretty much go take a piss throughout the entire runtime.
Yeah, actually just stay in the bathroom. You'll enjoy that better.
I mean, movies at home you can pause.
Yeah, for sure.
So you don't really need to use the app for that. But
well, way to add on to that joke, Shuddy boy.
This is a skit movie. You can go at any time, and it recommended the setup for the blackout scene as the time to go pee. But it also said that you see everybody's penis. So I knew that going in, and I was like, wonder how Jeff's gonna feel about that.
Oh,
I was outraged.
Made me want to bite them.
Terrible.
I believe it made his mouth water.
That's what Jeff's review on Letterboxd said. It's like, I was just salivating the whole time.
So when we got there last night, it was a 7:00 show. There were 4 other people in the theater. So I was so stoked. It was going to be great. And then just before the movie starts, a family of garbage people show up.
Oh no.
What made them garbage people?
With their 5-year-old son
What?
Perfect. That's fine.
What made them garbage people was the fact that all four of them talked at normal volume throughout the entirety of the film,
You didn't
including
go like,
the
"Shut up."
5-year-old who would not shut the fuck up.
Hey, shut that fucking kid up.
And then they left about 5 pounds of candy wrappers they brought from home on the floor.
Shuddy Boy hates litter bugs.
They were just scummy people. That's what makes them garbage people. But I
We
did
had
not
a-
deduct from my score. But what made me laugh was Mark's comment on my Letterboxd review, because I included them in it, said, anyone who takes a 5-year-old to this movie should be shot point blank in both eyes.
Nice. Get him. Get him, Shuddy.
No, that was Mark.
Oh. I thought he commented on that part of your review.
No, that
I'm
was
confused.
his comment on my review. That's what had me laughing earlier.
So the two of you went and saw it together?
No,
Oh.
I went with Sharon last night.
Man, it kind of makes me sad in my heart that Mark Rooster only gave it 3.5 dicks.
Well, what did Mark Rooster rate the other ones? Let's.
Oh, I mean, what was his issues with it? I liked how the old cast aged and how they participated in this despite their age. Like they allowed some gnarly stuff to go to the younger guys, which is cool and makes sense, but they still got after it in a pretty heavy way.
Yeah.
Like Steve-O's B shit was just, it was insane. Honestly, it was insane. As I was watching, it was just, I couldn't even really watch most of it, but holy shit.
So Mark hasn't rated Jackass 1 or Jackass 2, and he gave Jackass 3D 3 stars.
Wow.
Weird.
Well,
So let's talk a couple of the stunts. Kevin.
His review of Jackass 3D, this movie almost exceeds my capacity for viewing shit and puke.
what were you going to ask, Jeff?
Which I think Johnny Knoxville is almost like underrated. I'll talk about that in a second, but which stunt would you rather do? Would you rather do the Steve-O bees on the nuts on the dick, or the Johnny Knoxville magic trick with the bull?
Oh, I'll take the bees.
Really? Yeah. Okay. We were talking about that Kumail Nanjiani movie where him and the girl have like a choice between the hot bacon grease or the fucking kick from the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this is a very similar thing, but actual real life. So you'd go with the beat.
Yeah, Johnny
I think
Knoxville.
I'd take the bull.
Johnny Knoxville got
yeah.
brain damage from that bull stunt.
Yeah, well, it's an original stunt for you. So there's a chance that maybe you land right. You don't land where you fucking crush break multiple bones. I don't know how like there's any good end to the bees being all over your cock like that. There's no way you can get out of that without it being terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he got stung on his penis a bunch, but they mostly just focused how much he got stung on his nutsack. I feel like a bull goring me, with my luck, the horn is going to like...
right up your butthole.
It's going to go up my butthole or sever my penis or just like pierce my nutsack and my penis at the same time. I don't like my chances with the bull. I've been stung by bees before. I one time stepped on a bee hole and a bunch of bees like swarmed and attacked me. And that sucked, but I was like fucking 10 and I handled it. I feel like I have a better chance of surviving a bunch of bees stinging my penis and nutsack rather than
you're highly allergic and you just don't know it.
Well, I got attacked by a swarm of bees once, so I'm not.
All right, that's fair. I forgot. You just said that literally.
Suck on my dick.
So I think like Johnny Knoxville is like almost like the front man for the Jackass group, right?
Yeah.
But like he goes fucking hard and he shows up to stunts and does stunts that other guys don't do. And I think about like maybe my favorite one of any of the Jackass movies was when they did the riot shotgun shit. Was that in the first Jackass? Right? I think
so. Yeah.
Where they were testing out like riot shotgun bags, and they had to just get shot in like the fucking, I don't know, like a shooting range room with one of these riot shotgun bags, and they're testing it, right? And they're all seeing what they're getting into. And Bam Margera, and I think it was Ryan Dunn, the late Ryan Dunn, were like, fuck that, and just like walked out the room. And Johnny Knoxville took it like a G. And it was like, he does shit like that, like the bull. No one was going to do the bull, but Johnny Knoxville does the bull. And I just feel like
anytime they have a stunt where they all try it, Knoxville somehow always gets the worst end of it.
Yeah, dude.
Like in every movie, when they all do the same stunt, he gets thrashed the worst. It even happened in this one. When they do the marching band, when they all jump on an active treadmill while holding big brass instruments, he fucking cracks his head open and gets a concussion.
Which I thought that stunt caused a little bit of confusion because I thought Bam wasn't in this at all.
Wait, Bam was in that?
Bam was in that stunt.
I didn't even see
I didn't see that.
You really didn't? Yeah,
nope.
Bam was the trombone.
No way.
No shit. But Cheech mentioned this, I think, at dinner beforehand, right?
Yeah. And I thought like when the whole movie ends, so during the credits they do like a little tribute to Ryan Dunn. So I thought maybe Bam was like in the background of one of the old footage things they showed of Dunn. But I could have been wrong. It's just insane to think that like Jackass 3 came out in 2010. Ryan Dunn died in 2011, and this is like 2022 is like the next Jackass movie.
Yeah. It sucks that Bam couldn't be in it, but whatever. It's kind of a depressing story we don't need to touch on.
Yeah, they always seem to do. I think after Jackass 2, they put out Jackass 2.5 that had a whole bunch of stuff that they shot that didn't make it in. And then they did Jackass 3.5. So maybe if at some point down the road, they make amends and everybody makes up, maybe they'll do a Jackass 4.5 and release a cut with all the Bam stunts that he shot.
Dude, another one, the Aaron cup test was just next level gnarly.
Oh my God.
Next level gnarly.
Aaron's out of his fucking mind. I think Knoxville gets it the worst when they choose to do stunts out of like everybody doing it. But Aaron with the cup test and getting strapped in and having a bear released on him. Like
that
even
bear, that was one that also had me crying while I was laughing so hard.
I didn't like. Obviously, there's nothing he could do because he's strapped to the chair. But I thought he was like absurdly calm. Like I would have started crying for sure. Like when that bear puts its mouth around my hand, like I'm probably like fucking going nuts at that point.
Yeah.
Like I might break the constraints. I'm gonna go that crazy. Probably not, but I don't know. Was he duct taped in or was it like legit? I can't remember.
No, he was like strapped into like an electrical chair. Like
yeah, he's not breaking.
He was like leather strapped in. Yeah, he was not going anywhere.
Because what's his face? Is it Jasper's dad?
Dark Shark?
Dark Shark actually like broke, like
out of
they
the
duct taped him to the fucking chair and he broke out of it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Dark Shark was a scene stealer, both every time he was on the screen.
Wait, was it Dark Shark or Dark Shark? I thought it was Dark
Shark with a K.
I thought it was Shark.
No.
Oh man, that would have been a funnier name. Actually, we should call Earl's Dark Shark.
I mean, I it's hard to grade a Jackass movie because there's no narrative. It's just stunts and funniness and laughing from start to finish. But I feel like it's safe to say that Jackass Forever was a 4.5 dicker.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I there's really no fat in it. It's just like fucking awesome from the start to the beginning. It's just awesome.
From the start to the beginning, huh?
Or start to the end. Sorry.
They should put that on the Blu-ray release. Jeff Clark says it's a laugh from the beginning to the start.
We had a narrator in our theater as well.
Jesus Christ, that guy sucked.
Man, that guy sucked. So there's this guy who is like, actually, you could probably explain it better, Kev. You're better at these storytelling things.
I don't even know what was happening. Like he was
clearly wasted,
yeah,
which we've picked up on at the end.
Yeah, dude was thrashed, and we had a really interesting theater full of people. I mean, it wasn't full because we went Thursday night, but I feel like there was a lot of people our age or younger, and they kind of, I don't know, some of them look a little scumbaggy, some of them look like they might have done Jackass stunts back in the day themselves, and it was a bit of a rowdy group. But then this one fucking guy, like a stunt would happen and people were laughing, and then when the laughing trailed off, this guy was still like, ha, 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 just doing the most exaggerated over laughing, and like when somebody was about to do a stunt, he would scream their name out at the top of his lungs, and guy was just flipping the fuck out, just screaming. And then it got to, I think there was 10 minutes left in the movie, and he just got up and stumbled out. It was really weird.
Yeah, like he fell up the stairs and like couldn't get up for a good like 5-10 seconds. It was a trip. I think he yelled once, "You guys only react when there's blood or shit," or something like that.
Something weird. Like I would not shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he sucked.
I think he was like trying to. He got caught up in it, and he was like, "Oh, these guys on screen are getting laughs. I want to get some laughs right here in this theater." So he starts yelling things, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, well, this guy shut the fuck up." What a dork.
Dude, people do that, and I feel like I notice it more and more nowadays. Like people want to like be part of the movie, like the show.
Yeah,
it's that, and I think that people have gotten so used to watching everything at home, where they can just talk however they fucking want, and forget their manners when they're at an actual movie theater.
Have you guys ever been told to be quiet in a movie theater?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
My friend
I went and saw Titanic when I was 13, and I would not shut up during it.
Oh, that boat looks
until
so
some
fake.
guy told me to shut up.
I went and saw Ernest Scared Stupid in the theater with my friend, and we laughed so hard during the opening credits that an usher had to come and tell us to be quiet or they were going to throw us out. And I was like, man, it's two fucking kids watching an Ernest movie laughing. How do you have a problem with this?
Wow. They don't make the rules, all right?
I got to say, I dealt with some movie theater fuckery this weekend. So I also, Jeff and I and, Bill and Cheech saw Jackass on Thursday, and then myself and Rent went and saw Moonfall on Friday. So my mom got me Fandango gift certificates for my birthday, or not for Christmas. So I got all of our tickets through Fandango, and I got to the theater before House Clark did, and when I booked the booking, it said take this code to the box office for your tickets. And I was like, all right, that seems a little weird, but whatever. So I took a picture of it, and I go in and I go to the lady at the booth, and I'm like, hey, I got my tickets through Fandango. Here's the code. And she looked at it, and she just kept going like, okay, you're good. Go ahead. And I'm like, what? I'm like, where do I go for like the tickets and stuff? She's like, you can just go into the theater. It's up there. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay. But I'm like, well, wait, I don't have the ticket. Like, you don't even know if this is real. And then some guy behind me was like, I think you're in, dude. You're in. I'm pretty sure you're good. I'm like, you realize this is assigned seating, right? I don't know where I'm fucking sitting. Like, what if I'm sitting in somebody else's seat? And she's like, oh, yeah, go to that table over there and ask them. So they were doing one of those. In LA, they do these a lot. You can get on a mailing list or sign up to get a free screening of a movie before it comes out. And they do them mostly at theaters. So the studio will set up a table for the check-in for that like one screening of their movie. And I know this, so I'm like, okay, she's sending me to the wrong place, but I'm going to go over there anyway. And they were like, yeah, we work for the studio. We don't work for the theater. I don't know why an employee sent you over to us for Jackass, but no, that's not us. So I had to go back over to her, and I'm like, you need to do something with this fucking code. It's Fandango. I need to know which seats I'm in.
Did you say it like that, or were you more polite?
I was starting to lose my patience. I didn't swear, but I was raising my voice a little bit because I couldn't believe how mind-numbingly stupid this was. So she had like 3-foot Freddy Krueger fingernails. So she's trying to I zoomed in on the code, and she's holding her fingers out like doing a peace sign, trying to pinch and zoom on the screen. I'm like, the fuck are you? Just the code is right fucking there. It's right in the middle. Punch that in. And she's trying to punch it in. She's like, I don't know, it's not working. I don't know. And I just go, oh my god. And the woman who was standing at the door, checking people's vaccine cards, was like, let me see. And she walks over, looks at the code, punches it in, and 2 seconds later, all our tickets printed out. And I was like, fuck me. How the fuck am I the first fucking person to come in here with Fandango tickets? And then I went to see Moonfall at the iPic, and they have it's one of those theaters where they have reclining seats, and they give you food and stuff. You can order actual food, and then they bring it to your little trays. And I ordered some Sprite because I wanted to put some weed lean in there because I knew I was going to need it for Moonfall. And we got a popcorn, and they do flavored popcorn, so you can get it with. It says next to the listing on the menu, you can get it with churro powder, and make the popcorn taste like churros, which seems kind of strong. You can just get,
Got a reaction out of my penis.
You can get your standard butter and salt. There's I forget what the third one is, but there's a cheddar, a cheese one. You can get it dusted with cheese.
Quick question.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy you some if you haven't had any yet, but have you ever had Chicago corn?
Yes. That's the candy corn
epic
stuff?
No, it's I don't know. It's a unique seasoning
Maybe
for popcorn. Obviously based in Chicago, but there's a local grocery store that has spicy Chicago corn and regular Chicago corn, and it is fucking delicious. I was going to bring you some if you haven't had it. I still could anyways. It's that good. I just didn't know. Figure I'd throw it out there.
But so, Rant was like, hey, let's try the cheese one. Let's try the cheese popcorn this time. I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. So lady comes, takes our orders, put the Sprite in. We got some peanut butter M&Ms because, epic. Why wouldn't you if they're on the menu? And then I was like, yeah, and I want a large popcorn with the cheese one, the cheese popcorn. And she's like, okay. 40 minutes go by and nothing came out. And I'm looking around and everybody in the theater has their food. So I hit the button and she finally comes out and she's like, oh, yeah, there was an error between the ordering machine and the kitchen. But here you go. Sorry it took so long. She puts down a big tub of popcorn and then a bowl of melted cheese. And I was like, what's this? She goes, didn't you say you wanted a side of cheese? I was like, what? No, it's right there on the menu. We ordered the cheese popcorn.
And the cheese.
Did she think I just wanted a bowl of melted cheese to drink? I was like, what the fuck is going on? And she's like, oh. And then she gave us peanut M&Ms, which, I guess, whatever. Sure, peanut
Delicious.
butter. But I was like, how did you whiff on everything? How'd you fuck everything up? And then I even asked Rent, I'm like, does this happen to you all the time, or is it only when you're with me that everything we order gets fucked up? And she's like, oh, yeah, it's you. Every time we go somewhere, your order gets fucked up.
That Kevin Kraft luck. Someone probably did actually order a bowl of fucking cheese that they just ate like that. That's why she actually has that, that memory stuck in her head.
I'm trying to think what the odds are that Jeff is right. Somebody told the staff at the iPic Theater I would like a bowl of melted cheese to drink.
It wasn't to drink. It would be to dip their popcorn in, but it's not much better.
Either way, once they got to the end of it, they probably, milk and cerealed it.
Oh, wow, that actually does sound delicious. But
yeah,
she was like, oh, I'll fix this. And all she did was take the bowl of cheese away.
Both time, the last 2 times I've gone to the movie theater, I've been unable to get nachos because of supply chain issues.
Fucking Biden. Unbelievable.
Why is Biden eating all of our nachos?
When we went and saw No Way Home,
Can't eat nachos, or you can't not have nachos for that.
I ordered nachos and they were like, well, we don't have cheese. Do you still want it with salsa? And I was like, no, I'm not. I don't want chips and salsa. I want chips and fucking cheese. And then this time they didn't have chips, but they had cheese.
Interesting. They tell you that it's because of the Democratic administration?
No, I'm just saying supply chain issues. So I had to settle for pretzel bites with cheese.
I mean,
It's not
it's not bad at all. It's not a bad runner-up prize.
No, it's not, but it's not nachos.
But Kevin, I mean, you worked at McDonald's for, years. I worked in restaurants. I mean, you've heard a million different stupid, ridiculous orders that you probably, I don't know, like working there, you almost like assume the worst in people now moving forward. So if you think about it, someone probably actually ordered a bowl of cheese.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't like I threw her a curveball. I ordered something on the menu. That would be like if somebody ordered a Big Mac with cheese and I gave them a Big Mac and a bowl of cheese with it.
Yeah, quarter pounder with cheese.
Yeah.
Give them a bowl of cheese.
It's like, well, I don't understand the problem here. Here is a quarter pound of meat on a plate, and here's a giant bowl of cheese. That's a quarter pounder with cheese. What? Why am I the asshole
Exactly what you said,
here?
right?
Yeah.
It's exactly what you said.
But anyway, we did watch Moonfall, which I went into with a low bar. I just like watching cities get destroyed. I like those big dumb action movies, the big apocalypse Roland Emmerich movies. I mean, he nailed it with Independence Day, because Independence Day is a great movie, and you get to see all the stuff get destroyed.
I wonder who writes the script for that. Does he write his own
I
scripts?
think he might have. Written this with somebody.
So this motherfucker banged out the Bill Pullman monologue?
That I don't know. I know he wrote. Let me see. I'll look it up. I know
that is one of the better monologues and speeches in movie history.
Yeah. Indie-pen. Okay. Let's see who wrote this. Wow. And I thought it would have a higher rating on IMDb. It's just a flat 7. Okay. Yeah. He is one of 2 writers for Independence Day, Roland Emmerich. But I don't know. I like those, and I feel like a lot of them are kind of like old kung fu movies or Jackie Chan movies. You're not really there for the story and the bits in between the fighting. You tolerate those until you get to the fight scenes, and then you're like, "Fuck yeah! Oh fuck yeah!" Hit him with a ladder and a chair at the same time, Jackie. And that's sort of how I am with these disaster movies. There's nothing all that interesting happening between the destruction scenes. But they're so cool, you're willing to suffer through the stuff. This was one of the silliest fucking movies I have ever seen. And if you guys don't mind, I can pretty much spoil shit for you. I mean,
I have no interest in this movie, so I don't care.
Did they save the world or no?
They do. Shockingly enough, they do save the world. So the moon...
Spoiler alert.
The title of the movie is very explanatory for what's happening here. The moon is falling towards Earth. The guy that played Samwell Tarly in Game of Thrones is like a conspiracy theorist who monitors a whole bunch of stuff in space and notices that the moon is out of orbit. And when they finally do the calculations, it's spiraling like it's being flushed down the toilet, and it's going to crash into Earth. Not necessarily crash into Earth, because once it gets close enough to Earth, the gravity force is going to shred the moon to pieces, and then all those giant pieces are going to crash into Earth and extinguish all life. But
allegedly,
they find out that there is this swarm of like nanomachines, some like rogue AI pile of nanobots that's swimming around kind of like the Sentinels in the Matrix. And it has bored into the center of the moon. And when they actually get up there to check it out, the moon is not a celestial body. It is what conspiracy theorists call a megastructure. It was created by organic life. It's not a naturally occurring celestial body. So the moon is actually
made of cheese.
A spaceship that has a white dwarf star in the middle as its power source. And then there's all these like spinning wheels around it. So it turns out humanity actually started billions and billions of years ago in some far-off galaxy on another planet where they achieved, technological harmony. Like, they're super, super advanced, super futuristic. Life is great. There's no war. There's constant peace. Everybody's basically living heaven on earth. But the AI they created goes rogue, and that's that, like, fucking nanobot thing that's, like, becomes self-aware and is like, wait a second, why are we serving humans? Wait a second, one day organic life could turn on us and kill us, so let's beat them to the punch and kill them. So they actually created a bunch of these fake moon megastructures to try and send out into the cosmos to find habitable planets to do a Prometheus thing where they sprinkle some DNA out, and then billions of years later, human beings are once again alive and thriving. And that is what our moon is in this movie.
Oh my God.
It's fucking
dumb
preposterous.
As fuck.
Dumb
it
as
sounds
fuck.
So dumb.
I was kind of pissed Samuel Charlie's in that. That guy's in everything this year. I've seen him in like 3 or 4 trailers of upcoming movies. I don't understand why he's fucking big again. Game of Thrones sucked. Sorry. I know, it was random. I didn't know what else to add to the conversation, though.
Jeff is just still scorned by the finale.
I am. That fat retard Samuel Charlie. What? How long was Moonfall?
It's over 2 hours.
Oh,
Jesus.
And it's
unfucking believable.
The dialogue is so corny. Like Patrick Wilson is a disgraced astronaut, and
how is that possible?
It's a whole disgraced thing. It's a whole thing. He saw the toilet. He saw the nanobots up in space like 10 years before it bore into the moon, and NASA covered it up. So they like fired him and made him look like a loon. So he's like a disgraced former astronaut. His wife left him, remarried Michael Pena. They're all rich and shit now. And his son, whose name is Sonny, thank God it wasn't a girl or she'd be daughtery. His son, Sonny, is like a fucking juvenile delinquent and gets caught on a car chase, carjacking. It's fucking goofy.
That makes sense, kind of.
The dialogue is preposterous. There's plot holes all over the place. Halle Berry looks like she has an Instagram filter on her face every time she's on camera. No idea what's going on there. But I will say, special effects. She didn't show them. It wasn't Swordfish. Special effects were awesome. The destruction was awesome. When the moon gets closer to Earth, it's like spinning around, like its rotations are very quick. And when it comes up and it's close to the Earth, it fucks with gravity, so people start like floating away or like jumping like they're on the moon. Like gravity gets all fucked up. That stuff was kind of cool. I mean, the destruction was great, and it's just the dialogue was so goofy that we were laughing through the whole fucking thing. One of the last lines of the movie was something along the lines of, "Congratulations, you saved the world. You're part of the moon now."
Yikes.
What? The fuck? What? What did you just say?
Do you think Roland Emmerich like puts the cart in front of the horse with the CGI and the graphics?
Fuck yeah.
Like he just thinks of cool ass special effects and graphics. Like, wow, fuck. Now we got to do the dialogue and actual story.
Absolutely. And then he has the nerve.
I don't hate that approach.
Then he has the nerve to get interviewed and talk shit about Marvel and Star Wars movies.
Well, they're not original ideas. Moonfall is an original idea, Kevin.
I guess so. Nobody's thought about destroying the Earth before.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he pioneers that genre, can't he just dip back into it?
Of course.
Because, I mean, Roland Emmerich is a pioneer of Armageddon movies, end of the world movies.
Yeah, and I liked The Day After Tomorrow. I don't know how it's aged. I haven't seen it in a very long time, but around the time it came out, I've seen it like 5 times, and I love that fucking movie.
maybe Moonfall was just missing Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith. What if they replaced Samuel Tarly and Patrick Wilson with Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith?
Now you're talking. I mean,
Right?
I'll give Patrick Wilson credit. That dude gave it his all. He fucking tried.
He read
And
the lines.
as silly as this movie was, that's what I knew going into it. I was actually relieved that it was so goofy, because it, as stupid as it was entertaining. You get great destruction, then you get to laugh at goofy lines and plot points.
Fair enough.
I mean, look, if you don't give a flying fuck about cool special effects of cities being destroyed and the earth getting shredded, the stuff in between all that is not going to fucking carry you anywhere. But if you like big, dumb, stupid shit, like I do, it's worth a watch. I feel like they were trying to set this up for a franchise, but it bombed hard at the box office. So I would be very surprised if we end up seeing Moonfall 2. But objectively, it's worse than this. But for my enjoyment's sake, I don't know. I'll suck 3 moon dicks.
So, no supporting actor or actress nominations for Samuel Tarly or Halle Berry.
No, but it's looking good for next year's Razzies. That's for sure.
Oh, I just saw something trending.
Yeah,
I think they actually announced the Razzies.
they did. And people are pissed. But I know something people are even more pissed off about. And it's
What's
the
that?
fact that we haven't done the Letterboxd Game in a very long time. So, Shuddy has heard your cries, and we are about to answer them.
Letterboxd, it's Letterboxd. The D stands for dicks. It's the Letterboxd game.
That's right! The Letterboxd Game. It is where we use the Letterboxd app, and when you look at a particular actor or actress, there doesn't seem to be much rhyme or reason to how they list their movies in popularity. And Shuddy Boy hosts it, and Jeff and I try to guess whichever actor or actress Shuddy has written down a movie in their top 3, and Jeff usually struggles to make it into their top 10.
Yeah. I've had a couple
Wow.
random wins, but it's been mostly L's.
Jeff bets
This
with his
is
heart.
going to be, I wonder how this one is going to go, because this is a strictly Jackass Forever edition.
Oh,
I
no.
knew it, and I swear to God, I was going to look up Johnny Knoxville IMDb because I have nothing. I
That
have
would not help
nothing
you.
right now.
And I will let you know that it's a long one. I picked 7 people.
Whoa.
And I only picked people who have films other than the Jackass movies that have done other films. So like no Aaron, no Dave,
Oh.
none of
So
the new
MGK?
guys. So it's only people that have other film credits to their name, in not just Jackass movies. Because
Fuck.
for a toss-up to see who goes first, and then we'll alternate. How much did Jackass Forever make at the box office this weekend? First to get it right or closest?
I'll
Just point it
go
out.
53 million.
20 million.
Kevin, you're going to go first. It made 23.5 million.
He clearly Googled that earlier.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I actually just Googled
All
it
right,
now.
Kevin. First one we are going to do is Johnny Knoxville.
I really want to say The Ringer.
No.
So wait,
Great movie. Great movie.
Shuddy, do you remove the Jackass movies from
No.
this?
Nope.
Man. Fuck. I mean, I guess I'll have to go Jackass.
Which one?
The first one.
Please be specific. So Jackass the movie.
Yes.
Jeff.
God damn it. I should take Jackass 3D. But I just thought of this one movie, and I'm excited that I thought of something else Johnny Knoxville was in. He did Dukes of Hazzard, right?
Yep.
He did do Dukes of Hazzard, yes.
I'll go with that one. I'll fucking go with that one.
Okay.
Directed by J. Chandrasekhar. I actually saw that in the theater with my dad, and we both enjoyed the shit out of it. I remember.
I also enjoyed it.
My second guess, I know it doesn't matter, but I was going to say Jackass 3D. That felt like an easy one.
Okay, well, The Ringer, Kevin, would have been a bad choice. It is number 23.
So I swear to God, I thought about this on my jog, and I was like, I should probably just look up this shit because this is probably going to be the IMDb we're doing.
Nope, I apologize. Number 28.
Wow.
The Ringer was the only Johnny Knoxville movie I could think of before, like, seriously, 30 seconds ago.
Dukes of Hazzard was number 16.
Wow. Oh, he did a movie with fucking Arnold. The Last Stand. I wonder if that's in the top 3.
Nope, that is number 14.
Yikes.
Number 3 is Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, fuck, that's right. He was Leonardo, right?
Yes.
La Mama.
Number 2 was Jackass the movie.
Yes.
In your face, Jeff. In your fucking
And
face.
number 3 was Men in Black 2.
Oh, wow. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't even know if I've seen it. There's a couple sequels to movies that I loved, and I didn't even really love Men in Black that I haven't seen yet. And I'm going to out myself.
I think in Men in Black 2, Knoxville played an alien that had like a second smaller Knoxville head coming out of his neck or something.
He did, yes.
That's kind of cool.
All right, Jeff, you're going to go first on Steve-O.
Okay, I'll use my Jackass 3D here because I don't know. Go Jackass 3D.
Okay.
Jackass 3D.
In that case, I will go Jackass the movie because Jackass 3D didn't crack Knoxville's top 3. So clearly the first one is more popular than the third.
Kevin gets 3 points for a total of 5. Jeff gets 1 point because Jackass 3D was number 3.
Yes, little mama. Yes.
I have not heard of any of the other movies that Steve-O was in.
Well, that's bullshit. Then would Kevin? Do you know any other non-Jackass movies Steve-O was in?
I know he was in some movie called The House Guest with Pauly Shore that came out like a year or two ago.
Guest House.
I would say you're
what
lying.
It was called. No.
Wait, what did I call it?
House Guest.
Oh.
Close enough.
That's the Queen Latifah Steve Martin movie, I believe.
What?
No. There's
Pauly
a movie
Shore.
called House Guest. No, Guest House is the Pauly Shore movie.
All right, so what was his middle movie? What was his number 2?
His number 2 was Jackass 2.
Oh.
Jackass number 2.
All right.
All right. Chris Pontius, Kevin.
I got to try and get... I think it's a Sofia Coppola movie called Somewhere with Stephen Dorff.
Somewhere.
I think that's what
Okay.
it's called.
Jeff.
I'll go Jackass 2. I mean, dude, I struggle with this one when we have like really good actors. Like, who the fuck am I going to do with Chris Pontius? I've seen him in 3 movies, 4 movies.
How about Jeff? I'm just going to Jackass. The first one has been rated higher for everybody so far.
Yeah, but maybe Pontius's one was different.
Yeah.
Do you think that his most popular movie somehow is Jackass 2.
Maybe I've been scarred by this game, but it feels like some crazy
All right.
answers
I think-
usually are the winning
So
ones.
Kevin,
I think you've been scarred by life.
Kevin gets 2 points to bring him to 7.
Really, the Sofia Coppola movie was on the fucking list. Go figure.
Jeff gets 0 points.
Suck on my dick.
The Chris
for Jackass
Pontius.
number 2, because number 3 is Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. Number 2 is Somewhere, and number 1 is Jackass the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, now that is all of the main Jackass cast, and now we're going to guest stars, starting with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Anthony Frank Hawk, commonly known as Tony Hawk. Jeff.
Oh
No, I know. I read his biography.
Oh.
So
But-
you get to go first.
Oh my god, this is horseshit.
Jackass 3.
Well, I mean, that would be that's really my only guess. I mean, Jackass Forever. I can't remember a movie Tony Hawk was in.
Y'all bitches are stupid.
Tony Hawk is in a lot of movies, especially from the 80s as a skateboarder.
You know what? I'll guess Point Break. Was he in Point Break?
A movie that he was not even in, but
I feel like he played Keanu Reeves in that movie.
good guess. Jeff's going to take 0 points. Kevin?
I'll just
Yeah,
go with
no.
Jackass the movie.
Kevin scores 3 points for
Suck on my
Jackass.
dick.
This bitch laid up. Come on, that's whack. You're not even gonna
Suck on my
fucking gamble at all. Make me sick.
All right, Kevin. Guest star number 2. Colson Baker.
What?
Who the
Machine
fuck
Gun
that guy
Kelly.
is?
Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, okay.
Bird Box.
The Dirt.
Suck on my dick. Oh, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another Jeff
works.
Tremaine
So,
movie.
Jackass Forever came in number 7 on his list.
Wow.
Number 6 was The Dirt. Number
Wait.
3 was a movie called Nerve.
Never heard of it.
Number 2, The King of Staten Island.
I don't even
Number
remember
1, Bird Box.
Suck on my dick.
Oh, it's almost like Kevin did pre-show research on this.
No, it's just
All right.
maybe I didn't have an anvil
Next
fall in my
one.
head
Now
this morning.
this is in an acting role for Spike Jonze.
An acting role for Spike Jonze?
I know one movie he was in.
Well, it is your turn to go first, Jeff. So probably say the movie you know.
Yeah, that's bad. I'll go Moneyball.
I don't even know if this is right, but I'll guess Her. I know he directed it. I don't know if he had he gave himself a cameo or something.
So Jeff scored another point with Moneyball because that was number 3.
Ow!
Number 2 was Her.
Oh, that's bullshit. Ow!
And number 1 was Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, Jeff.
Yeah.
One of your favorites.
All right. And our final, I mean, this is just for fun. And if Jeff, you know what, I'm going to look at this top 3 and say that if Jeff scores higher than you, Kevin, on this one, he wins. If he lands in the top 3.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I think this makes up 2 of my 3 career wins in this game where we
And
just
this
do last point wins.
And this is Eric Andre.
Fuck. I don't know. He did that one. I'm going to help Kevin. He did that one movie with Tiffany Haddish, right? Didn't you do like a fake prank movie with Tiffany Haddish? I can't. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take a pass.
Do you mean
on this one.
Bad Trip?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Bad
Okay.
Trip. Can I take that one?
You sure can. I'm writing it down for you right now.
Man, this sucks. I think I know what it is. And it's... So, Jeff's already locked in, so I can show my math here. He played... Okay, it just came to me. Mitchell's versus the Machines. Because he played like the Tim Cook of their tech company in that movie. And then that most recent one, Ron's Gone Wrong, about like the rogue robots, they had a very, very similar character. And I was like, man, they're really just ripping off parts of Mitchell's versus the Machines for this. But I know that movie was mega, and he was the tech guy.
Jeff, you gave it a valiant effort. Bad Trip was number 4 on Eric Andre's list.
Suck on my dick!
Number 3 was Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping.
I didn't see that one. That was with Sandberg, right?
Yeah, that one, I really enjoy that movie.
Yeah, I thought you both liked it, right?
Yeah.
He was in the number 2 was the live action Lion King.
Oh, fuck, that's right.
And number 1, Mitchell's versus the Machines.
Ow!
Kevin, just making Jeff his little cuck boy.
Oh, my God.
Winning
Ow!
18-2.
Ow! Ow! 18-2. Holy shit. No mercy, Kevin. Look at you.
Look, I
hope you feel big about yourself. Feel like a real tough guy.
I'm hot off the heels of being on Doug Loves Movies. I'm like in movie trivia mode.
You just fucking trounced him.
Look, sometimes Jeff gets a little big for his britches.
He's got to be brought back down there.
Use the Letterboxd Game to bring me back, to humble me.
Yep.
It's ruthless.
Man.
I need to turn on some lights. It's getting dark here.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like a very intimate setting of you and Skeletor later.
I'm literally just sitting in the dark at this point.
And
all
somehow,
that light is just from the computer monitors.
Somehow your lighting is still better than mine.
It's actually much better than yours. You don't have that stupid hand sanitizer.
I mean, let's look at what happens when I take it away.
I think everyone would get... I don't think it's that bad.
All right.
The original blue was terrible.
I mean, I'm still super blue and pasty, but I'll finish the episode out like that.
I have something. I don't know why I did this. That I wrote down for us to discuss during the main episode, but I think during the Patreon will be more fun.
Oh, nice tease, Shuddy.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Guys, listen to the Patreon. You're going to want to hear this.
Oh, wow. Fuck, now
I'm on the
intrigued.
edge of my seat.
Yeah.
I'm going to go turn on the lights, though.
Okay.
It's getting scary for you, huh? That ghost is going to come back.
I'm in the safe room. I'm fine.
God.
Right, of course. Yeah,
I get
safe room.
I get the impression that Shuddy has a mini fridge, a cot, and one of those like little gas burners, and he just lives there. Nope, not getting me to go back in that haunted house. Fuck that. That ghost is gonna touch my dick.
Sharon's going to bring him his food and his He-Man den.
Yeah.
No, I leave this room. I don't just huddle in here forever.
Just put some cooked pancakes through the mail slot.
The kitchen is literally, it's right there.
Oh my god, a ghost! Does that
I don't
scare you,
think you know
Shuddy?
what a ghost is.
I do. I don't think you know what a ghost is. See, I would be taking advantage of your situation. I'd be very curious to interact with a ghost and be like, hey, so tell me, what's the afterlife like? I get to keep going once I croak? You got any ghost babes?
You doing any ghost porking?
Yeah, any ghost fuck buddies?
Yeah, because, I mean, they probably don't have to worry about STDs or pregnancies or anything, so just let that ectoplasm fly.
I probably would do a lot better sexually as a ghost than alive.
I believe that is factual.
I mean, can't do much worse, I'll tell you that.
How bummed out would you be if you died and then your ghost was Slimer? It's like, oh, wait, what the fuck? Wait, why am I Slimer? Like, you think the guy that was Slimer in real life died and he's like, great, I'm just a big hovering ball of snot? The fuck did I do to deserve this?
I think there's an actual answer for that. I don't think Slimer is a human that was a ghost.
No shit. You are rocking my foundation right now, Shuddy Boy. Jeff, were you about to ask who Slimer is?
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Disgraziad!
I was just gonna be quiet and just let you guys ramble past this, but now that you outed me as a non-Slimer knower.
You've never seen Ghostbusters?
Yeah, I've seen Ghostbusters like, I don't know, 30 fucking years ago. I don't remember who Slimer is.
He was the green slimy ghost that would who did he slime? I think he slimed Bill Murray. He like runs right at him and goes through him and leaves him coated in like mucus and jizz.
It was the first or second one.
He's in both, but I think he just has a cameo in the second one.
Nah. How many times when's the last time you've even seen Ghostbusters?
Within the last 3 years, maybe.
Oh shit. I really haven't seen it since the 90s.
Damn, dude. You should give it a rewatch. It's fucking great.
I remember not being that into it as a child.
Oh man. I watched it endlessly as a kid. Someone in my family had a copy of it, and I just watched it nonstop. All right, Shuddy, do you have Slimer's origin story?
Well, so there was no origin story until the real Ghostbusters number 22
comic or cartoon?
Comic, which was based off of, which was the cartoon, the comic of the 80s cartoon.
You never watched that, right, Jeff?
No.
The Ghostbusters cartoon in the 80s? I think Slimer was like their homie in that.
Slimer was, but it was, it is explained that he was King Remels, which is Slimer backwards, and a beast king who died of heart failure. While a deleted scene from the 2016 Ghostbusters film was meant to expand on Slimer's rebooted continuity origins, when he was alive, Slimer was a gangster who killed a restaurant waiter that got his order wrong, resulting in his imprisonment and execution. After his death, the Ghostbusters encounter him haunting the same restaurant, but due to the experimental nature of their equipment, they inadvertently disfigure him, destroying his legs and turning him green before he escapes.
That's kind of dark. I like it. Shuddy, with your fear of ghosts, if Slimer appeared in your peripheral vision in the middle of the night, would you be frightened? Or would you feed him hot dogs?
I'd like to say that I'd feed him hot dogs, but I would probably have a heart attack.
Oh no, Slimer! I mean, what's the worst case scenario? He slimes you? It's not that bad.
Yeah,
You're right.
you can live on with that.
And he's easily controllable with food, so it's not. But I think it would just be the initial shock that would cause the heart attack.
What's scarier to you, a mummy or a ghost?
A ghost. I don't think mummies can be reanimated.
What about a wolfman or a ghost?
All you have to do with a wolfman is kick him in the nards. So I'm good with him.
But what if you go to kick him in the nards and he blocks your attack and then he bites you?
I've seen Monster Squad. He doesn't know how to parry block a kick to his nuts.
All right, fair enough. Swamp monster or a ghost?
That one. Now that's
Jeff's Dingleberries or a swamp monster?
Swamp Monster for sure.
Feels racist.
Bring on your Dingleberries. All right, well, before we take our leave for this week and go on to Patreon land, let's do a couple.
Voicemails, yay!
I do believe some new people have called in. Well, not new people, but people have called.
New poo.
Thank goodness. New poo. Fresh poo. Fresh poopies. Okay. Yep. Found out where we left off. You know what? This time I'm just going to unplug the cable and plug it back in first.
Yeah.
Because that always seems to be what the issue is.
Thinking outside the box. Love it, baby.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh, must be one of those goddamn telemarketers. Oh, stop calling here.
Did one of you guys accidentally call Doc Brown?
Dr. Emmett Brown.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. All right, well, moving right along. Oh, boy, this is a long one. This one's 3 minutes. Somebody took it to the end of the tape.
I was wondering if Shuddy Boy has had any weird things with his ghost in his house, because my mom, back in almost like the mid-'90s, bought our entire street. So she owned a bunch of houses on the street. And
power move.
One of the houses that we lived in, me and my brother lived in it with a few roommates and shit. It was 100 years old.
Cool.
Or probably over that. And we had a person who was in the military who had been over in Iraq twice, who was a sniper. Who gives up a fuck about that? But anyway, so he was upstairs, and upstairs was really weird. It was the entire size of the house, but there was no walls. It was just open. And then there was this one little tiny room that we called the Hellraiser Room. It looked just like the room that Frank chilled in the first Hellraiser.
Oh, God, I'm frightened.
And, oh, man, this was scary. So we had a dude who had been in the military and everything, and he was upstairs playing video games. He actually called my mom on this. He was upstairs playing video games by himself. There was nobody in the house. Doors were locked. He had somebody touch his shoulder. This motherfucker took off running down the stairs, ran out of the house, and called the cops. A military guy.
Supposed to call the Ghostbusters.
Who had been over in, I don't know, Iraq or wherever the fuck he was, twice. Called the cops and said somebody touched him up there. They walked through the house, nothing happened. So they moved out. So after that, we had a black family. They were really cool. I taught them guitar. I'm pretty sure the husband was a preacher, I think. I can't remember. Preacher, priest, whatever. It doesn't matter. He's something religiously. So they lived there for a little bit, and my mom told them that she was like, oh yeah, well my son, he plays in bands and stuff. And I was like, used to get guitar lessons from him. So she asked me if I would do it, and I just did it for free. And I went over and I did a few lessons for him. But the weird thing was, is he kept telling me, he was like, man, there's some weird stuff happening in my house. They were gone within another month. And then me and my brother moved in with Andrew Bouvier. If you don't know who Andrew Bouvier is.
What the hell? No, that's where he ran out of tape.
I'm gonna Google Andrew Bouvier.
Guy's got a lot of.
He's a basketball player, isn't he?
A lot of ghost stories.
Not that I know of. Freelance musician. How do you spell Bouvier? You know, that's gonna be an issue.
Oh, I would love to see you give that a shot.
Bouvier.
Got him.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll... Oh, he called back. I guess he realized the tape cut him off. All right, let's see if he can promptly get through the rest of his ghost story.
Okay, so this is Shitballs, and I'm still trying to explain what happened when we moved into the house after my mom sold it and blah, 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 and gave it to us. So anyway, so I'm upstairs, and I've never lived in this house. I had to actually, like, cut the carpet up and stuff like that. It was pretty gross. A lot of renters are gross. But anyway, I was sleeping upstairs. My fucking door was locked. I was upstairs by myself. There was nobody in the house. And I was sleeping in my bed. And all of a sudden I felt like somebody sat down on the bed next to me. And I was like, what the hell? And it literally sat down. Like I could feel the imprint. I could feel the bed go down and everything. And I moved my arm over because I thought it was my brother or somebody, like messing with me. There was nobody there. So I got up and I took off running down the stairs and fell. I fell going down the stairs because I was so scared.
Ghost tripped him.
I went downstairs and opened up the door. I had to unlock my door, which was really weird. And when I went downstairs and told everybody what happened, they were like, oh yeah, well, we've all been down here. What the fuck are you doing? Like they were freaking out. So I moved my shit down after about a week. I moved my shit out of there, and my brother moved up there. My brother had the same experience within a week of being up there. So I don't know if there's something beyond life, but I want to know what you guys think about that. 'Cause
wow.
Man, that shit scared the fuck out of me. Love you guys. You guys do one of the best podcasts. You guys should be actually syndicated, and I'm pretty sure that you should be making way more money than you are.
Oh, I fully agree.
Yeah. Wow. I wonder what the syndication process looks like, to be honest. Like, to all radios, or what do you mean? Like,
yeah, I feel like
place with a speaker where we just play.
MSPH should be forced on everybody's iPhone, like that U2 album. How do we get that deal?
Absolutely. Wow. We got to talk to Tim Cook.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that voicemail to get so existential at the end right there, but yeah, go for it, Jeff.
Yeah, no, I can be short with mine, Shitty Balls. I think I don't think there were ghosts there. I can't explain what the black people you run into, or the other person, Andrew Bouvier, what they were experiencing. And we know Shuddy's had his paranormal experiences, but I'm not really a ghost guy. It's kind of one of those things where I'd have to see it to believe it type thing. Not calling you a liar, just saying I would gamble on the under 0.5 ghosts.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of curious. Like every time I hear about a haunted house, I do kind of want to check it out. But then it's also like, fuck, if it does happen, then what if it's like some 1408 shit where I'm trapped in there, or I escape and then a ghost follows me home and now I'm fucking haunted for life? It's like, oh, great. I got a gypsy curse on me and I'm also haunted by a ghost. That's going to really fuck my day up. But I don't know. I'm of one of the people where I think it would be kind of cool to see a ghost or have a supernatural experience, which is probably why it doesn't happen to me. It happens to people like Shuddy that are frightened of it. See, I would immediately just hit record on the Zoom over there and try and interview this motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, does seeing a ghost, does that push you closer or further from God? Hate to get existential, but Shitty Balls opened the door with it.
I would have to say it would push me closer. Because it's like, oh, wow, finally evidence that there is something supernatural happening. There is life after death. There's specters. I mean, that opens a whole different door. That is definitely a game changer. As of, okay, now that I know there's an afterlife, which of the 10,000 different religions that everybody is willing to kill over is actually true? I'm like, fuck, now what do? I got to try on 10,000 different hats. Fuck.
Shuddy is the lone expert of ghosts here on MSPH. What is your response to Shitty Balls' voicemail?
Truthfully, I'm still so fucking high I couldn't follow what was going on.
Fair enough. See,
you cut out after the intermission.
Brevity is key with voicemails, shitballs, because a lot of our audience, I'm going to guess, is as high as Shuddy right now.
Yeah, I'm very interested. Did your family, so they have like a manor and they have just little properties on that manor that they rent out to people? Is that what I heard? They bought a whole fucking street? Where?
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like your mom's a fucking G.
Yeah, where in America do you own a street, Shitty Balls? That's pretty sweet. Can I move there?
Yeah, we'll take the haunted house if it's cheap.
Fuck it, that'll make it our podcast studio.
Yeah, that's the studio now. I mean, you want us to get to that next level and be syndicated. If we're interviewing ghosts, we are the champs. We are taking over podcasting.
I'd rather get back in with queefs and porn stars than ghosts.
Yeah. All right, well, let's do one more voicemail. And then it's off to Patreon land.
Hey guys, Northern Ruski here. Just listening to the most recent episode. You guys are talking about Sons of Anarchy. If you haven't watched Yellowstone yet on Prime Video, it's basically Sons of Anarchy on horseback. I started watching it around Christmas break, and I'm already on the 4th season now. And I have a hard time finding time to watch it with my kids and work and whatnot, but I just sacrifice sleep to watch it. It's so good. I also had a would Jeff Clark suck a dick question.
Nice.
So,
Jeff, my full name.
Would you rather suck a dick or every time you jerk off, you lose a 1/4 inch off your dick length? But with the caveat, every time you get laid, you gain back 1/8 of an inch. But prostitutes don't count. Keep up the work. I'll keep listening.
Jeff doesn't have that much to spare.
Oh, you're going to just hop on his shitty voicemail and do me like that? You're supposed to be my friend. So there's a lot of instructions here. I either suck a dick or every time I jerk off, I lose a 1/4 inch, but I can gain 1/8 of an inch back as long as I have consensual, non-transactional sex.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it actually, he didn't, I'm going to play both sides of the aisle here and be devil's advocate. I don't think he specified that it couldn't be non-transactional. He just said anytime you got laid.
No, he did at the end say you can't be prostitute. Can't pay for it. No, so I don't think I would suck this. I think I could get laid in the next week or two if I really put any effort into it.
Let's test this theory.
Nah, I'm not putting any effort into it. Now, if there's some sort of gamble, like this is a high school movie, well, I'll certainly step up to the challenge. But can't be putting money on pussy. It's a bad look. No, I think because it would incentivize me to get laid more. Especially if I'm going to lose a 1/4 inch every time I jerk off. I'm like Shuddy's saying, you can't be losing that many 1/4 inches.
Yeah, I mean, if I jerk off 8 times, that means I've lost an inch.
Don't add on to that joke. I said enough.
That means it's inverted.
How dare you trample that punchline?
How dare you?
If he jerks off 8 times, it's an innie then.
I'm not going to suck the dick
by like 3/4 of an inch.
What if you suck the dick? Same scenario, but now you jerk off, you lose a 1/4 of an inch. If you have actual sex, you gain 1/8 of an inch back. But if you suck this dick, your dick grows to like 9 inches permanently. So not only do you negate the penalties, but you also...
Nah, I don't need the extra inch. I'm good.
Fair enough. All right, well, hey, thank you for listening, everybody. If you need more MSPH, please head on over to our Patreon. Tons and tons and tons of content over there. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. You will not be disappointed. And, yeah, Do it up. Jeff is doing Predator videos. It's like Cameo, but whatever you want him to say, he'll talk out of his naked ass like Ace Ventura.
Yeah, it's like Ace Ventura meets Cameo meets my butthole.
Do you have any banaka?
Oh, man.
But yeah, thank you for listening once again. If you want to be a part of voicemails, yay, it's 201-472-0139 and leave a message after the beep, or you can just shoot your emails to madscientistpartyhour@gmail.com. If you want to see the full Zoom fun stravaganza of these episodes, they're up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/madscientistpartyhour. And you can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Jeffro Records.
At MSPH Podcast. And you should also download Letterboxd and follow us on there. Bet Slippin'. Check out the Bet Slippin' podcast. Hear Jeff in action. Get the inside tips on some sports gambling.
Yeah, Super Bowl week this week. So
I want to get Kevin's pick and score of the game.
I don't know what that means.
So I want you to tell me what the score of the Super Bowl is and who's going to win.
Who's in it?
How have you avoided it for a week and you haven't even in passing heard that the Bengals and the Rams are in it? Especially the Rams, since they're your hometown team.
That means nothing to me. Okay. Well, since they're my hometown team, I will have to say the Rams. And the score will be, it's in increments of 7, I believe, right?
Well, that you can score 7. You can
don't. Sure, go ahead, Kevin.
Don't complicate it for us.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kevin.
21-14.
Whoa. Kevin likes the under. All right. Wow.
Under
and
of
Rams
what?
The cover. Under the total. The total is 48.5. So the combined score of the two teams.
What's 20?
Your combined score is 35. The Vegas projection's 48.5. So you have it way under.
I think Vegas is fucking way off on this one.
Sure.
They usually get it right, but that's not what I'm hearing.
I have the Bengals winning 31-27.
I got the Rams 34-21.
34-21.
Yeah.
All right.
The Rams, right?
Fuck Cincy. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Dude, Kevin, you don't really watch Super Bowl, but you do watch the halftime show. Are you excited about this year's halftime show?
No, I don't watch the halftime show. I don't even know who it is.
I thought you watched The Weeknd last year.
Snoop and Eminem.
Oh, that's not bad.
Didn't you watch The Weeknd's performance last year? I thought you commented on it and actually watched it.
I might have. I don't remember.
This year, it's Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, and Mary J. Blige.
I'm gonna watch just to see if Snoop Dogg rips Dr. Dre's dick out of his pants and does like a Janet Jackson
wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah, he just like grabs and like a Velcro piece of his dick fabric comes off, and it's just his penis plops out, and then they have to cut away real quick. Can I bet on that? Can I? Is there a bookie that's taking that action?
I mean, probably any bookie is taking that action because they're taking your money.
Yeah, what number do you want? I can give you some action if you want. Like plus 6,000.
I'll be like I'm like Kevin Malone in The Office. If anybody gives you odds like that, you put $10 on it.
If John Cougar Mellencamp wins an Oscar, I will be one rich dude.
All right, well, tune in next week to see how we did. Thank you again
We're going to recap the Super Bowl next week on MSPH.
Yeah, you're not going to hear about it anywhere else, but we will tell you what the score is and who is right.
Spoilers coming.
But until next time, something.